But the way Meghan handled the whole thing ruined what could have been an okay step, an okay strategic move. She ruined it. But we'll get to that in a moment. The point is, then by the time the show actually did come out, because of this delay, it was even more stale, even more old news, and it definitely diminished the hype to some extent, pushing it back so many times. It also left a lot of room for people to speculate that part of why it was being delayed was because the quality of content was so low, that Meghan was so hard to work with, that she was being too picky with edits, things like that. But delaying the release of the show alone, if she had just stopped there, it may have been fine. But this is Harry and Meghan we are talking about. They cannot do anything that does not involve self-sabotage to some extent. They just simply cannot. She and Old Harold made a grave mistake with their PR and publicized that they faux volunteered for a day and donated a handful of items here and there. Harry visited some firefighters to, I guess, boost morale at one point. It maketh no sense. I'm sure that's exactly what they all wanted to spend their time doing. They were the only celebrities in one of the most celebrity-dense areas on Earth who volunteered and then subsequently felt the need to publicize the fact that they volunteered. They are the only ones who did that. No one else publicized it. No one else brought along a photographer and an assistant and security convoys and trampled on people's burned down homes and properties. They are the only celebrities who did that. They were also the only celebrities, and I'm saying celebrity loosely. Harry and Meghan are just famous, infamous. They're not really celebrities. Celebrities, perform in some way, shape, or form. Whether they're models or artists or actors, Harry and Meghan are none of those things. They're just famously infamous. Regardless, they were the only ones to put out a pompous statement as well. Their comments on the wildfires, put out as a statement on their official website, felt like salt in the wounds of people and just ridiculously off-putting. It seems Meghan Markle always views these types of situations in a really twisted and bizarre way. To her, she's thinking, well, I am the only one who thought to put out a statement. How much more thoughtful she must be compared to everyone else. But in reality, everyone else viewed it as super bizarre, given that they have no role or reason, and the whole thing came across incredibly condescending. Hey, Meghan and Harry just don't get it. That's not what you do during a disaster like that. It's insane. They are not government officials. They are not working royals. It's just really, really weird for them to put out a statement and think that that's appropriate. So immediately, fresh, in January 2025, her Instagram return was being mocked, her show was delayed, the trailer for the show was being ruthlessly criticized, and she and Harry's foolishness in response to the fires was completely rejected by the public, the media, everybody. So they weren't off to a great start. In February, she officially launched asEver as a brand on Instagram, and she announced it in a little video in a second attempt to look spontaneous. She really hasn't quite got the grasp of it, which is weird for an actress, is it not? You would think like making these types of Instagram videos and whatnot where you're in complete control and can like get into the zone if you need to, you would think that they'd be a lot better, but they're just not with Meghan. They're always awkward, and she's trying too hard. She's trying too hard in general, but she's trying too hard to make herself look like this is just spontaneous. Like, Harry just happened to hand me a phone recording and tell me it's recording. So weird. So bizarre. Why? She did the rest of the video in selfie mode.